Radical.
I tell you what, Stellantis is completely ruining Dodge. Completely just destroying the company. Where do I even begin? So, Stellantis is the company that owns Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, all these brands. And now you can't even get the 300, the Chrysler 300. I think the only Chrysler you can get is the Pacifica, the minivan, the Ram 1500, the more affordable version, which is the cheapest Ram truck. They quit production on that one. They seem to be focusing on upscale, high-end, marked up vehicles. I'll get into that in a moment. Chrysler brand, basically, one of the sons of the people that started Chrysler made an offer to try to buy back Chrysler from them. Because, Chrysler, however you feel about it, I rented a 200 once, a Chrysler 200. Terrible, terrible, terrible vehicle. But actually, Chrysler had some pretty decent vehicles. And they have some legendary vehicles in their history. It's an iconic American brand. And the thing is, I would rather to let a son of Chrysler buy Chrysler from Stellantis rather than Stellantis. It seems like they want to destroy these brands from the inside. I mean, I don't understand exactly what they're doing. The decisions just don't make much sense. Now, across all of everything, auto related, I think Nissan had a 99% loss in their profits. So it's not just Dodge; it's losing out and marking up a lot of their vehicles. But it's probably the worst offender of this. Because when it comes to the markup, when you go to these dealerships, there's many videos online where people are going to these Dodge dealerships and looking at these Jeeps, these Rams, many Ram trucks, well over $100,000. There was a sticker price on a Grand Wagoneer of $126,000. The Hornet, which is their cheap rebadged Alfa Romeo crap, I think the worst selling car of all of 2023 was the Hornet. There's markups of it, which is their more affordable offering, around $35,000, $40,000, $45,000. I think maybe the cheapest Jeep you can get, the Compass, regularly in the 40s and 50,000s of dollars. You may have noticed if you went to look at some new cars at a Dodge dealership, how incredibly astronomical the markups are on many of these vehicles. Right now, there's many Dodge lots with brand new 2022 cars, which means over 600, 700 days or something like that actually on the lot. That's insane to think about. And many of these places, they're not budging on the prices. There was one video YouTuber, he went to actually, I think it was OC Motivator. I'm not sure what his name was, but he went to a dealership and recorded, just going around looking at car prices. And there was a Dodge Super Bee, which is a variation of the Charger, kind of gaudy looking. I don't think I would want one of those. But, for who's interested, it has a unique look to it. I think they were firm on $120-some thousand. They were irregular scat packs, but not the red eye. And when it comes to all that stuff, I can't tell you all the different variations. But I can tell you right now, no way in hell would I pay over $100,000 for a Challenger or a Charger. And they have these new electric versions, and the base price, if you're lucky to get one of these new Chargers, is supposedly going to be $60,000 as a base price. But no, you'd be wound up paying over $100,000 for one of the new EVs. We all know they ditched and got rid of the Hemi, and that alone was enough to pull a lot of people, loyal Dodge guys, just away from that brand. I mean, Stellantis has made so many poor, terrible decisions when it comes to their brands that they own now. they're actually financially, things are not going well. They're offering supposed golden parachutes or whatever the hell you call it, these special deals to these executives to basically, severance packages. They're giving severance packages to many of these executives to basically leave because they're going to wind up firing them anyway. They're laying off workers, specifically workers that were going to be working on the affordable Dodge trucks. Now, maybe they don't really understand who they're selling their vehicles to. If somebody just wants a basic truck without the extra $20,000, $30,000 in extra incentives, someone that just wants a fucking work truck, a basic work truck. It's bad enough right now you can't even get a smaller truck. I mean, what, Ford has the Maverick, but look at the markup on those. Why is it so difficult to get a small, affordable truck right now? It's not just Dodge is marking everything up, but I see them as the biggest offender. Your average person that just wants a work truck basically is priced out of the market right now as far as new vehicles. That's why they're sitting on the lot. And they have something called lot rot then sinking in. Lot rot, many of you gamers know what disc rot is. Well, lot rot basically is having your vehicles not being driven, not being garage kept, just out there in the elements year after year after year. Supposedly, some of these cars, like I said, 2022, that just cannot sell. And you go to those places and you think, well, it's been on here for 2 years. Hell, I'm gonna have to replace the battery. Maybe the tires are starting to rot a little bit. You can't leave cars unattended for several years outside of a garage because the elements will get to them. And one last thing is, over the years, the reliability of Dodge products has took a fucking nosedive. I've seen comments up under these videos of other people discussing this, saying that they have 1994, 1995 Dodge Rams that are running better than their new Dodge Rams, that they feel safer going on long trips in their 1990s Dodge Rams versus the new ones. But that's not just a Dodge problem. That's over-engineering all these vehicles. I know a Chevy vehicle, to replace to do a coolant, something with the coolant, used to be a simple thing, maybe $100 or $200, is now $2,000. Some in their evap system, something like that, I'm not particular, but many of these new vehicles have all this technology and they're over-engineered. So there's several people that are flooding to try to get good deals on used cars. But there's so much to talk about when it comes to this right here. There's probably some things I probably forgot about. But I think Dodge has lost its way, or Stellantis has lost its way, and lost their fucking mind also, if they think the average American consumer is going to keep buying their vehicles when they're pricing their vehicles like luxury models out of the market of a regular guy and gal that just want a Dodge car or a truck.